Hello and welcome to AWS Certified Solution Architect course. In this video, we will discuss how to launch a RDS instance, database instance, and what are the parameters which we need to consider while configuring it. So let's get started here. So if you're new to database, you'll get this screen, Amazon Relational Database Service. Get started now. And if you already have database, you can just go to instances and see that. So how to get to this? So we can go to services, we can go to database, and we can select RDS. So I'm already there. So I'll just go there again. I'll go to instances and I will launch a DB instance. So we have these many database engines: Amazon Aurora, MySQL, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, Oracle, and Microsoft SQL Server. So we will select MySQL because the free tier is eligible here. We'll select it and we can select MySQL test. Our next step will be to configure the details. We can just check this to get all the free tiers RDS instances only. So license model, we can select general public license. In some of the databases like Oracle and Microsoft SQL, we can bring our own licenses. That option is also there, but here we have only this one option, that is general public license. Okay, so DB instance. So this is the one. This is a free tier one, db.t2.micro. And do we want multi-agent deployment? In this case, no. We don't need multi-agent deployment since we are just doing it for demo purpose. However, in production environment, you can select this multi-agent deployment, and we have just selected for test and dev environment. That's why it's this option is selected as no. It's grayed out for us. Now the general storage type, if we want, we can use magnetic as well, but the performance will be degraded in magnetic. So we will go ahead with the general purpose. Storage size we can set as 5 GB, that's enough for demo. Now the identifier, we'll just name some test 001, username test 001, master password test @ 123. Okay, with some test 1234. Okay, we'll go to next step. Now this will launch in the default VPC subnet will be default publicly accessible. So this is very important to notice here is, do we want this database to be publicly accessible? Actually, no. It's not advisable to make your database public. So we will select it as no. And you should have very strong reason to make it public. In ideal cases, no one make their database public. Availability zone, we can give some preference, otherwise that is not required. It will take the available one. Security group, so we have a lot of security groups, but let's create a new security group. For this, we'll go to security groups and we'll create a security group for the RDS security group, and we'll not put any rule here right now. We'll just keep it like this: RDS TV. Okay, so RDS security group is created. Now let's just select that. Okay, anyway, we can just change it going forward. So I will just select any security group, test SG, and we'll give the database name test DB. The database port is 3306. DB parameter group Option 2, we can keep it like that. Enable is encryption, no, not required. Backup retention period, right now we don't want to do any backup, so we'll just keep it 0. Backup window not required, monitoring not required. Auto minor version upgrade, maintenance window number. So this we have this thing maintenance things we have to notice like here, that what AWS does is it maintains its database by its own. So just like in EC2 and all, so we have option to patch our instances, patch our Windows servers or Linux servers, and maintain it like we do. We can take RDP and manage that. But in case of databases, this the maintenance part is taken care by AWS, and we can't even RDP to our RDS instance. So that is the exam question we have to keep in mind. We can't RDP, we cannot log into our databases. However, we can connect and use the databases. So, and the database is maintained by Amazon itself. So we will just launch the DB. Okay. So DB instance is being created. It may take some time. So let me pause the video for a moment until this instance is launched.